Hello, we'll go ahead and get started now. So let's get started right from the beginning. So once you get entered with this admin credentials, that's the admin username and password. So the custom import module, which is to be discussed today, can be accessed using this data and reports tab. So data and reports tab will be found directly from here. As you are able to see the screen now, you'll be able to figure it out. Like the data and reports tab would be containing things like the custom imports, custom reports, data exports, and data management. So the custom imports can be reached out here, and then we have this new button here, so that we'll be making this new input. So basically, before trying to uh, give you an overview of how the custom input works, actually I would like to let you know that the custom how what is the idea behind using the plugin. So the custom import is a plugin which will help you to take all your data into the application at a go. So whenever it is regarding student admission, or if it is regarding the employee data upload, it would always be a difficult task to enter all the details of the student one by one, step by step process. So if you are using this custom import plugin, you would be able to upload all your students data, all your employee data, all the library data, and so on. So all of this data can be uploaded to the application at a go. So to do so, first of all, you have to start up with this new button from here, and then click upon the name of the export. So basically, whenever we are creating an export, we are letting the application know what kind of data will this export have. So let's name this export as student expo. I would be naming it as 1 for my own convenience, and then I have to select a model. So the model is basically the kind of data that would be coming up, or that would be uploaded into the application. So let's click student admission and hit the save button. The associated data that you're seeing up here would be giving you the trail of what all data you want, apart from the one that are required as a minimum. So let us suppose you want to have all the additional details that you have created while making a normal admission. Like some of you would like to have the passport number of the student, some of you would like to have the other preferences of the student, and so on. Whenever we create things from the additional details, so from this configuration part, you will be able to get the same additional detail from here also. So if you want those additional details up here, you need to select up this and hit the save button from here. So once this is done, you will be able to make an export of this thing. So let's start up with the export. Like first of all, we need to click upon this import data. So your export has been created. So now it's time to import the data so that it will be imported to your application. So before importing, we need to have a kind of format. So this format will be available once you click upon this export CSV link from here. So let's click upon the export CSV. So a file will be downloaded to your system. So then the next thing would be to go to this folder and open it. So now we would be using the Office Calc, LibreOffice Calc. So as it helps you to keep up on the to help you deal with the encoding thing. Like the encoding of this thing should be always UTF-8. So whenever we use LibreOffice, it takes care of all the required data. So that's basically how it should be done. So once I'm able to open this, I'll be able to get a notification. here comes my export file, where I need to select the character set, which is always UTF-8, and then I need to hit upon the OK button with these separator options. So on clicking the button OK, I will be shown a page where I need to feed up all the data of my students. Let us suppose I want to mark some student as the admission date as S1323, and the admission date and the first name are to be entered. Please note that we have to enter all the mandatory details before entering up data into this. So the mandatory details would be seen up directly from our custom import manual. So let's go to a custom import manual and see what all things are there from are the mandatory details. So the mandatory details being, so as you can see that the mandatory fields for the student admission are the admission number, the admission date, and so on. So these fields are to be entered into the application or into your CSV file anyhow, so that this would help you to enter the data into this application without any glitch. So let's click upon this admission number part here, S1323, and then on clicking this S1323, you need to type upon the admission date. So whenever it's an admission date, we need to enter the exactly in a similar format that's available here. So first of all, we need to format the cells. So let's format the date part of it. As you can see that the format specified is MMDDYY. So let me create one more field, or DDMMYY if I have it. So as you can see, DDMMYY is already defined up here. So I need to enter up the required format here. And the next step would be to enter up the first name. That's the first name, and then a middle name and last name. So here comes the batch name. So batch name should be exactly the same that you have in your application. So to do so, first of all, you need to go to this part from here and then click upon the settings part, and then on clicking manage course and batch, you'll be able to get the name of the batch to which you want to enter students to. So let's click upon the last link from here, and then here in the course in which I want to enter students up, I would be getting a batch name here. So I need to copy it from this place, and the batch name should be copied up exactly here. So please note that this should be devoid of any spaces, so it might create a problem later. So then the next thing would be to go to this date of birth and enter up the date of birth of the person. Let us suppose the date of birth that I'm going to enter is 25/02, and then the gender, which is to be filled up mandatorily, birthplace, nationality name. So nationality name is the place which is to be taken up directly from the system. So we need to copy the nationality name directly from here, something like this. So to copy the nationality name, I have this thing opened up. We have this, again, in a support portal, we have all the data or all the list of the country names here. So you can take the country names directly from here. That's the custom country list for custom import. So I need to copy up this name, whatever name the country name is, from this place, and then paste it here as a nationality. So then the next mandatory thing would be to enter up all the details like the language and all. So the student category and all. So these things are not mandatorily required. So once we are done with all of the data, I can save the file, and I will be using this CSV format for this. Then after saving it as in a CSV format, I can upload the data under the head I have created. So again, to do so, I need to go to custom imports, and then on clicking this import data, I'll be able to get the option to choose the file. So again, to choose the file, I need to have this. So I can save the data from here in the required folder that I need. Then I'm hitting the save button. I need to select the date from here. File, and then on clicking the open button, that particular file will be uploaded into the application. So again, we need to, so whenever there's some kind of heavy data transfer into the application, we have this scheduled job. So once a job is in the scheduled job, you'll be able to see this, whether it's in a queue and all. So you'll be able to get a notification, and on the notification panel, there would be a link which says click here to view the scheduled job. So on clicking this, you'll be able to get the list of all the scheduled jobs done. So the scheduled jobs are things which will be done one by one in queue. So as the scheduled job has been finished up, you will get a notification which says no scheduled jobs for the selected job type. This would mean that your process of uploading the data has been completed. So if you get a status like success, this would mean that the data has been uploaded successfully into your application. So similarly, we created a kind of export for the student details. You can also do so, do the other things, like we have some more models for the export. We have something like the employee admission, garden edition, student attendance, even the exam scores. So if you create some examinations and you want to update the scores, so because it will be quite tiring for you to go to each of the subjects and type the examination score for each of the students, so you can even do so by directly putting it over a examination CSV file and uploading it into the application. Similarly, you can even create some library books. You can create store items, suppliers, and stores. So this way, this is the way how you'll be able to create some CSV uploads into your system. So that completes today's webinar on the CSV format, and now we'll be dealing up with the queries. Thank you for listening.